Trauma resilience and healing. How can schools effectively implement trauma-informed and resilience-oriented practices to create safe and supportive environments for students, staff, and families? The article Trauma-Informed, Resilience-Oriented, TR, Schools Toolkit offers a comprehensive framework for implementing trauma-informed and resilience-oriented approaches in schools. The primary audience for this toolkit includes school. It was developed by the National Council for Mental Well-Being in partnership with the National Center for School Safety. The toolkit is organized into 7 sections, each addressing different aspects of trauma-informed and resilience-oriented practices in schools. Introducing trauma and trauma-informed, resilience-oriented schools, shared understanding of core concepts related to trauma and offering tools to promote new mindsets. Universal trauma-informed, resilience-oriented schools practices and processes. This section outlines school and district-wide strategies to create safe and secure environments and relationships. Building a culture of faculty and staff compassion. It explains the importance through improved resources and policies as universal strategies of trauma-informed, resilience-oriented schools. Tier 2 and Tier 3 interventions and supports. This section details specific approaches for multi-tiered systems of support to address the needs of students. Engaging parents, families, and communities. It outlines strategies for including and supporting parents, families, and communities in student-centered planning. Implementing and evaluating your trauma-informed, resilience-oriented innovations. This section explains how to build a system to continually evaluate the strengths and needs of your school. Educating during crisis. The COVID-19 pandemic and beyond. Recommendations for all phases. Details the use of trauma-informed, resilience-oriented approaches in response to crises. Each section includes action steps, implementation tools, alternative learning strategies, key terms, inclusion and engagement action steps, and case examples to assist with practical application. The toolkit is designed for a diverse range of schools, districts, and communities and is intended to be accessible regardless of size, geography, and resources. It emphasizes forming a core team within each school or district to lead the initiative and encourages autonomy, practicality, and respect for the unique context of each educational setting. The podcast by Brené Brown that interviews Oprah Winfrey and Drive. Perry also talks about trauma and healing. Trauma is defined as, trauma is a deeply distressing or disturbing event that overwhelms an individual's ability to cope. Dr. Perry emphasizes that trauma can result from a range of experiences, from isolated incidents to ongoing hardships. Oprah underscores the importance of recognizing trauma's impact on mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Dr. Perry explains how trauma affects brain development, particularly in early childhood. The brain's response to trauma can lead to hypervigilance, anxiety, and difficulties in emotional regulation. Oprah and Benny highlight the significance of understanding these processes to foster compassion and empathy. Resilience is the capacity to adapt positively to adversity. Benny emphasizes that resilience is a skill that can be cultivated over time. Dr. Perry outlines the neurosequential model, which focuses on sequential healing and skill building. Oprah discusses the role of relationships in healing from trauma. Human connection and support are vital for regulating emotions and building resilience. Dr. Perry emphasizes the impact of safe, nurturing relationships in rewiring the brain's responses to stress. Oprah discusses the role of relationships in healing from trauma. Human connection and support are vital for regulating emotions and building resilience. Dr. Perry emphasizes the impact of safe, nurturing relationships in rewiring the brain's responses to stress. Benny shares her research on vulnerability and its connection to resilience. Vulnerability involves acknowledging our experiences, even the painful ones, and seeking support. Oprah reflects on her journey of sharing vulnerabilities on her show and its impact on her viewers. Dr. Perry emphasizes the importance of self-regulation for healing. Self-care practices, such as mindfulness and self-compassion, play a crucial role in recovery. Oprah and Benny discuss the challenge of prioritizing self-care in a busy world. Healing is not a linear process, it's a journey with ups and downs. Oprah shares stories of individuals who've triumphed over trauma and found purpose in helping others. Dr. Perry emphasizes that healing involves integrating the traumatic experience into one's life narrative. Benny discusses the significance of creating resilient communities, especially for children. Dr. Perry's work emphasizes the role of supportive environments in helping individuals heal. Oprah shares her vision for promoting healing through storytelling and open conversations. Trauma, resilience, and healing are interconnected aspects of the human experience. By understanding trauma's impact, fostering resilience, and practicing empathy, we can contribute to healing. Let's embrace vulnerability, prioritize self-care, and work towards creating a world where healing is possible for everyone. Discussion questions. How would you define trauma, and how does it manifest in different aspects of life? According to Dr. Bruce Perry, why is it important to consider the timing of interventions for trauma healing? How does the neurosequential model contribute to this understanding? Share an example from your life or someone you know that showcases the power of resilience in overcoming adversity. How have you experienced vulnerability in your life, and how has it impacted your relationships and personal growth? What are some practical self-care practices you engage in to promote your own healing and resilience? Discuss the role of community and social support in the process of healing from trauma. How can storytelling, as mentioned by Oprah, contribute to destigmatizing trauma and fostering a culture of healing? In what ways can schools and organizations implement strategies to create trauma-informed environments that support healing and resilience? Reflect on Dr. Perry's concept of integrating the traumatic experience into one's life narrative. How might this perspective influence an individual's healing journey? What steps can individuals, families, and communities take to promote open conversations about trauma, resilience, and healing? Thanks for watching.